What's going on, guys? It's your boy Dontavius or Jalen, and today a very special video that I want to bring to you guys. It's special more than it's just a video about anime, but it's about the anime in which we're talking about. That anime, I don't know if you can see it, but is Eureka 7 Hi Evolution. The movie. I guess it's a movie. I guess it's a elongated version of the first season of Eureka 7, whatever you want to call it. Irregardless, it was released. I caught it at the Angelica Theater in Dallas. It was really cool. The experience was really cool. They gave us a poster. They gave us some film stuff. Shout out to Funimation for doing a great event with all the people. They took some pictures and stuff, and I was really excited to get the poster. Oh, and they also gave us a DVD of the first Eureka 7 movie, the one that's actually like a movie in itself, the one that doesn't really pertain to the original story, which was cool as well. Today I wanted to talk more about the actual film and what it was and how I reacted and how I felt about it and the overall experience of watching it. So there's not gonna be too many spoilers. Actually, I can just say it, man. It's nothing new that this film shows. It's not like it's a movie in itself. It's not like it's a standalone movie. It's just a recap of the anime that already happened. For the beginning of the film, I guess you would say, it's in regular 16:9, ratio. It's like a whole new film. It's high def, it's cool. It's something we've never seen before, and it's pretty much the first summer of love that happened before the Eureka 7 anime. So the first summer of love when Adrock Thurston and Eureka, they both created the first summer of love, and Adrock saved the world, yada yada yada. You've seen the series probably, I hope so. If you haven't seen Eureka 7, the original, you need to check it out right now. It's a classic. It's an awesome anime. I love it. It's one of my top favorite anime of all time, with Code Geass, of course, respectively. But yeah, it opens up with this huge cinematic battle against the Corallians. You see Holland and Novak and all these guys fighting before they join their respective separation of each other. You see them fighting the Corallians. It's a cool battle, a lot of CGI, a lot of flash whatever. Then I was like, man, this is cool. Maybe it's a prologue, I wouldn't have minded that. I wouldn't have minded a elongated prologue of the Eureka 7 franchise before what we saw in the anime. It was that, but less. I would like to say it was that and more, but it wasn't. So again, we're watching this cool anime. It's like, wow, this is great. And then they cut back to the 4:3 ratio of the old anime. I'm like, okay, they're recycling some clips of what's going on. They started up with Renton when he was adopted by Ray and Charles, which is really cool. And I was like, okay, they're reliving some moments. It's a cool thing or whatever. And it acted like that's all that happened. It started off with Ray and Charles adopting Renton, which was cool. And like, they're recycling some stuff. I'm gonna let them get away with it. But they continue to recycle clips, and I was thinking, like, what are they trying to do here? And I guess I didn't get the memo that it was just a glorified recap of the original series, and I was a little disappointed. I was a little disappointed because I wanted to see some new flair Eureka 7. I got the back of my mind this whole high evolution thing. I guess this is okay. For me, and a person that appreciates the Eureka 7 franchise, I kind of enjoyed it, but for someone who was new, so Don came with me to watch it, and Don knew nothing about the series, and he was totally lost the whole time, which I kind of felt bad for him because he couldn't really get the full appreciation of the beauty that Eureka 7 is. That they showed so much screen time with Ray and Charles and Renton that it was like that part of the series was what the whole series is about. When it's not, it's about Renton and Eureka. The reason I love Eureka 7 so much is because of the relationship that Renton and Eureka build together, the character development that they have together, along with all the members of Gecko State. It held too much on that adoption factor and everything, and it almost made it seem like Renton started off being adopted, like he ran away from them and came back. I think, I may be wrong, it's been a long time since I've seen Eureka 7, I may be wrong, but I think they even changed some dialogue at the scene where Renton and Charles meet at the rave. I think they changed some dialogue to make it seem more flowy, I guess, since they're skipping so much. And I'm thinking, if you're going to go ahead and recap the whole show and recycle clips, you might as well just stick to the original manuscript, the original, dub, whatever, of what the original was. So they changed that so much. So again, I appreciated it. It's nostalgia and all that. It was great to see it on the big screen because I didn't see it on the big screen when I was younger, but I would love to see something new. It was a cool experience, but I wish there would have been more, stuff with it, more to offer us. And Funimation pretty much just is a money grab. They knew that Eureka 7 was a big hit in 2007, and everyone loved it, including myself. So they're doing a money grab, which I guess it's fair, but there's been so much milking with franchises. I want to do a video just about milking franchises like the Monogatari series. Like I love the Monogatari series, and I love you know, all the series, you know, when they had the big three was out with Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach, and they just kept milking those franchises. Shonen Jump, the masters at milking franchises. At this point, anime now is so 12 episodes, you know, one season at a time and all this. They're trying to reach into the tank because they're starting to see that they're repetitive in a lot of instances. So okay, let's bring back some classics and start bringing back what people loved before. I'm pretty sure Eureka 7 Hi Evolution didn't have that big of a turnout because a lot of people that liked anime back then probably doesn't like anime like that now. You know, I know that I'm a minority where I've watched it for so long and I continue to watch anime and appreciate it, but it's lacking in that sense where they're trying to go back and reach into the money bucket and pull stuff out of Eureka 7. And it brings me to the point of milking, so I want to touch that just a little bit. So they're also they're also making a season 3 of Code Geass, Lelouch of the Resurrection. And as you guys know, Code Geass was a big phenom back in the day when it first came out in the anime world. Everyone loved it, you know, it was competing with Death Note and all that. And it had an ending where it was like, it was kind of up to interpretation. You know, there's clues to say he was alive, there's clues to say he was dead, but the point is that the ending was satisfying because of what we saw and how everything built up to it. But now they're making a season 3 of Code Geass, and I mentioned Code Geass specifically not because it's my favorite anime of all time, which it is, but because it's also made by Sunrise, and Sunrise makes one of the greatest, you know, if not the best team at making mecha anime, and we love our big giants. You know, Pacific Rim, they stripped that from Japan. Hope you guys know that they stripped Pacific Rim, stripped the big robots from Japan, which is fine. You know, you want there to be some, you know, integration of other cultures, which is cool. But anyway, they're milking that Code Geass franchise to make a season 3. So now, whatever happens in season 3, we're gonna be like, okay, now everything that was hyped around Code Geass is no longer hype. It's not important anymore because you're gonna have this period, this sentence to a sentence that never had to end, and now it's ending with whether Lelouch is alive or is he dead. With your saying Resurrection, he has to be alive because he's the MC. Eureka 7 was made for its time. And going back to the film, I wouldn't have been so mad if they took the 4-3 and made it into a 6-9. It was funny to me because they were recycling clips from the series and putting it into the movie, but they had little like flashes of text on the bottom of the screen, and the animation to bring the text onto screen, you know, overlaying the actual film, was the 16:9 ratio. So it was like you just don't care. Like, you just don't care. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna slap this baby on, we're gonna put this effect on there, we're gonna do some text. There was so much flashing white text. I was like, I can't even read this much, you know. And I'm like, it just kept coming, like, flashes this, okay, this happened, and it's like they're trying to explain it. So they're trying their best to use the old footage but explain it in a way that people can find it, kind of feel engaged if they've never seen the franchise before. So they were stuck between a rock and a hard place, because if you guys know, Eureka 7 is a 50 episode long anime. You can't just pick out clips and do what you want with it. Again, they picked the Ray and Charles saga out of the whole first 26 something episodes of, like, that's what Renton is, and they called him like Renton Beams and all of that, which I guess he called himself Renton Beams when he was with them, but it was like 4 or 5 episodes long. Anyway, I don't want to go too long about that. I love Eureka 7 so much. I would love to see a remastered version. If you're going to do a recap, just do a remastered version of it. I know there's some anime back in the day, like in the end of season 1 and the beginning of season 2, they would have like recap episodes. Essentially, that's what this was. And I don't like how they just presented it in the theaters and said, okay, here you go, please, like, sell. And that's just the vibe I got. That's just the perspective of mine. Your opinion may be different. You may have loved High Evolution. You may be looking forward to the next one, which the next one is also a money grab. If you saw the previews, they have Anemone, my girl Anemone, you know, Dominic's girl Anemone, in some diva pop idol thing, and they're leaning on the Olympics because the FIFA World Cup is coming up soon, and they want to ride that wave too. So they have all the LFOs, you know, the mecha, in soccer gear, and they have an M&A in a pop gear, and I'm just like, what are you doing to my anime? This is mine. Like, I adopted, it's my baby. Like, Eureka and Renton taught me how to love. You can't just go and just make whatever you want and money grab my anime. You can money grab all the other guys, all the other shonen, all the other harem stuff you want, sell those babies off, but Eureka 7, Code Geass, Gurren Lagann, you know, Blood Plus, all those guys, they're my babies. You can't just go and money grab those. But that's exactly what they did, and I'm a little salty about it, but, you know, it is what it is. Funimation has to get their dues too. And again, shout out to the Funimation team. I appreciate you guys coming out to Dallas. We got a lot of stuff coming on to M2HK show. So you guys stay tuned. We got a lot of things in the works. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm making more anime videos, more analysis videos coming up. It's going to be like, if you guys seen the Kids and Iver, it's going to be more like that. And I'm going to have some where I talk like this too and just let it all out. But anyway, this has been your boy Dontavius or Jalen, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Deuces.